More and more black women and black men choose to date outside their race. So Heo TV set out to find out the reasons why black men and now so many black women choose to marry or date outside their race.
We are just the same human being, you know. If a white woman should go for a black man, it's not really bad, you know. Likewise, a black man going for a white woman as well. So it's just the same, one color, one love. I think maybe because of the relationship between both of them, the love they have for each other, that's why the black woman go for the white man.
What do I think about it? I think that it don't really matter, like who you're dating. Like it could be white, black, Asian. It don't really matter.
I have no problem with it. It's not necessarily about someone's skin color. It's about, you know, how you see them and how they treat you at the end of the day. If you're in love, if two people are in love, nothing should come between them anyway. But I think it is good that, you know, we're mixing, you know, as a diverse culture in a sense. So it's not, in my opinion, it's not really sort of right for people to stick to, like, you know, one particular sort of race. And I know people are quite biased about it as well, but I have no problem.
Well, it's nothing new. It was ever thus. Been going on for years and years. I don't like it personally because personally I don't understand what's wrong with our black sisters. But I understand why they do it, because there are not enough black men who are doing what black women want them to do, which is basically hold down a 9 till 5 and be respectful and be there for the children too. That's why it's happening.
I think it's a good thing because my mom is black and my dad's white. So I don't know why. I just think that people see each other as they should, as a human being, and they want to date that human being because they see they're a nice person. I don't really think there's a thing of, oh, they want to date white men. Sometimes the way some black men portray themselves, who'd want to date them? You know? They make good black men look bad. So, yeah, that other good men, other black men that are good get stereotyped. And then they think everybody's run off with white people.
Usually women, we talk about that really. And me personal, I don't know if anybody else agree, but I think black women go for white women because it's easy for them to have a relationship. Because black women, we are very hot blood. We like to protect our men. We do everything for our men, but we want something back from our men. And I think white woman is easy for them to deal in a relationship. For example, if a black man goes out to a club, we black women, we want to know where you going, what time you come in, you're not smelly right, all that kind of thing that we do. While white woman, okay, honey, what time you coming back? I'll see you later, and that's it. And I think that's the reason black men go more for white women these days. It's much easier, less headache and more pleasure.
My view is very simple. Marriage is very good, but this time around, the reason why a lot of black marry to white is because of papers, not because of love this time around. They needed papers to stay in the country. They like to stay like UK, that we have now. They want to have their British passport. They will now marry and just go and marry wife in the British land because of the papers, that's all. And most of it doesn't work well. After some time, they might like to leave the person and cheat on the person and leave. That's why we have a problem in this country. A lot of single mothers are very numerous there. They were just staying alone, carrying alone, and do things alone. Because of what? The kind of love they thought they have is not love, it's just lost. And because of papers, that's why we have the problem in this country. No real love. You see a lot of homes in this country, you see them with single mother, single father, single this, single that. Divorce is numerous every time because there is no genuine love. People marry because of papers. That's it.
I'm quite concerned. I think it's quite concerning because a conversation that I had I was having a discussion with friends last year, and they gave a statistic, sorry, I can't say the word, that 47% of brothers were in relationships outside of their own race. And you know, we're thinking, well, what are the reasons? And you know, we come up with I think the more common reasons as to media stereotypes, media suggesting that white race or other races are more attractive than the African race, the black race, and therefore, you know, that's what's more attractive to the eye, so that's what, you know, brothers will tend to go for. And it's also pushed by you know, the whole MTV look of, you know, again, white women features or other race features, you know, and not our own. So it's quite concerning that brothers don't feel that black women in their natural state are attractive. But then you have the other aspects as well, as that black women are more materialistic and they're more, you know, argumentative and, you know, not as caring, you know, and that's sad. That's very sad.
I think if the person is good for you, doesn't matter what colour they are, it could be white, Asian, black, whatever, as long as they treat you good, then get married to them, innit?
I don't know why, because if you're half, I don't know, half European from one country in another country that is white as well, then it's different than being half, I don't know, black and white. It shouldn't make no difference, it should be similar. It's just a different ethnic background, so it should be treated the same.
I think it's a normal thing on a day-to-day. The mixing of races is a good thing. That's what I wanted to say.
I don't see a problem with it. It's normal. Obviously, we're not living in those days when people would find it weird or, you know, so.
Like you, that's it.
I think it's fine. And I got a lot of mixed race friends and I love them to bits.
I think the same, like each to their own. If you don't like a black male, you go to a white person, so each to their own.
Yeah, personally I think it's a thing where, like, nowadays racism is not so much of an issue as like it was 30, 20 years ago. So I think it's more socially acceptable for people to, like, mingle nowadays, where it weren't so often some years ago. And personally, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing either. I think it's, I don't know, I think it's a bit more taboo seeing black women with white men, more taboo than seeing black men with white women. I don't understand the reason why, but I think it is just a little bit more. I think most people would agree with that as well. But I don't think it's a bad thing at all, realistically. Like my brothers here said, it's not a case of judging people by their skin color. I think if you just look at the person, don't matter what their skin color is, if you like the person, try and be with them. That's just the way I look at it.
No, but most black girls, I think they're going to white guys now.
Yeah, but it's the
road
they
think,
boys.
no, because they think, yeah, because most black boys on that road, like, no one's really into that. Like, they want a nice, perfect boy. Like, if a black boy is like that, then maybe, yeah. But if he's all doing this stupidness, and I don't think so.
Okay, so what do you think about the reverse?
Like, I don't think it's more white. I don't see it as there's more black people and white girls going with black boys and black girls going with white boys. What I think it is, yeah, I think it's as you get older, you start to realise these things. Like when you're a child, you only see it as a white person and a black person. You don't see it as a mixed relationship. It's only when you get older that you start to experience those and see them more. I don't think it's anything to do with like statistics going up and down. I think it's just you're getting older, so your horizons broaden.
If it's okay for one direction, it has to be okay for the other direction. Otherwise, you got a bit of a problem there. Do you understand? And yeah, no, I was just going to say as well. I think personally, like where you've got this like view on like interracial relationships, I don't see why it's scorned upon. I think it should be embraced realistically, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all bleed red. So it doesn't matter whether you're white, black, yellow, do you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. So long as you like the person, you're with it.
Basically, with me, I'd just like to say relationships is a thing where people have different opinions on what they like and what they see in a man. Like with me, I can never date a black boy because it's just like, I'm not attracted to them. They're good looking and everything, but it's just not me. It's not my type. I'd rather say not white, like mixed race or something like that. Yeah, I'll go with guys like that. But it's good to be different and date other guys, try something for a change. That's what relationship is about to me. Trying new things with different people. And black women like white men more because nowadays the mixed race colour is kind of the popular colour. That is why.
Could there be a problem between the black man and the black woman? If there is, what is that problem? Do black women and black men find it easier to get along with other races in relationships?
I think personally, like the generation that we're living in now is kind of losing respect for each other, like whatever your race is. So, and I don't know, I just find that, I don't know, black men may expect a lot more from a black woman and they don't appreciate whatever, do you know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know, it's not really a race kind of thing, but you know, that's just how it's going these days. And I think that we need to sort it because back in the day, like, black people used to respect each other and now it's just a bit, you know, a bit cray.
There isn't any problem if marriage or having partner in both sides is based on love, let me say the love of God. There won't be any problem, but because the meaning and the reason why they are getting married to white or black, because of papers, that was the reason why we have a lot of problem in this country. But white marrying to black is not a problem at all. But because if the love is not there, that is where the problem comes in. That's it.
I think black men feel like they're no longer part of their community, i.e. the black community, where it's a black man and a black woman. Okay, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a black and a white if you love each other. But the fact of the matter is they're dissing all their black sisters. Why? Why are they doing this to us? You know, and I feel that it's so wrong. Like I said, I have no objection to black and white as long as they love each other. But a lot of the sisters are saying, they've dissed us, we ain't gonna end up on the shelf, because that's what happened to us. A lot of us are so unmarried, yeah? So now, instead of being stuck in one little shell, they're saying to themselves, you know what, if the white man wants me, I'm gonna go to him, why not? That might sound a bit, hey, hello, she only likes me because she doesn't want to get stuck on the shelf. So be it. People marry for all sorts of different reasons, but I can tell you that with a fact. I have one friend who said to me, I would rather he have been a black man. But you know what? I don't want to sit down on the shelf. I don't want to be on the shelf. It's very, very sad. It's really sad, and it hurts me, really, you know? And then sometimes I think that our sisters are not respecting themselves. That's another thing.
A black man and black woman, no. My parents are black, so it's calm, it's fine. Like, I don't mind black boys, but some of them are just, you know, same with anybody, like, yeah.
No, there's not. It's good and bad in every colour. Like, obviously, your soulmate's your soulmate. It doesn't come in a correct colour. Like, it's just who you're in love with at the end of the day. You can't help it.
Like a black and East children.
So you said you want a Chinese guy. You said that for the record.
I want black and East children. Or if not, I'll just adopt.
Well, I think basically the same thing, but I personally have never been out with a white person before. But black men are not really making it easy for black women to come to them because they're not like doing anything. They don't want to do nothing. They just, you know, they don't work. They don't do anything. White people are doing things. But I personally, I've never really been attracted to a white guy. That's just my personal taste. But it's getting harder and harder. It's getting harder and harder.
Well, actually, black women, some of them look for opportunity, yeah, mostly. And above that, they're more interested in black man, but they just use white man as an introduction of, you know, for a better life. Basically, it's just a point of view.
Well, personally, me, when I used to live in Canada, I see more black people going out. I see more white black
black guys going out with white girls, and the black women just stick to black men. But when I came out here, I see lots of black women going out with white men. And at first, when I see them, I feel uncomfortable. But personally, I don't feel anything wrong with it, because we shouldn't look at the skin color. We should look at the person. We shouldn't judge a person by the skin color. And at this time in life, we're in a stage in our life like we should judge any person by the skin color anyway. You know?
I think it's better for people to go more out, like, because you grow up around people like from your own country, like your brothers and sisters, or like your whole family is from your country. Then you get out there a bit more, you meet people from other countries. If you want to get together with someone from another country, then I think it's better for the person.
No, to be honest, I don't think so. I think that there's more sort of a problem with like black women dating white men, to be honest, because like I know a lot of white guys and they're really scared to approach black women because they're scared of their sort of the way that they carry themselves, a bit scary and sort of intimidating. But I don't think there's a problem between black women and black men. I know a lot of women, you know, prefer black men. That's just their preference, to be honest. So I see it, it's their preference.
So I think, personally, I think it's a thing where these days black women, because obviously back in the day, black women only used to look at black men, yeah? 10, 15 years ago, a black woman would not be seen with a white man. It just wouldn't happen, do you understand? But nowadays, I think it's more socially acceptable, because I think as a race, not as a race, but as a category, we as black men have kind of let ourselves down in various different aspects. I think that we can do a lot better for ourselves. We can pull together and do a lot better for ourselves, but we're not doing that. And I get the feeling that black women are starting to look at that and think, where are we going? Like, we as a race, where are we going? Do you understand? And obviously, because we're in a right country at the moment, it's all too easy for us as black people to interrelate with like white people and mixed people. It's just too easy. And I don't see it as a bad thing at all. But for people who look at it, look down upon it, I think it's a thing where we shouldn't, realistically. I don't think we really should. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're not in Africa. If we're in Africa, then you could look down, you could possibly look down upon that, but we're in a white land.
I'm full black, so if I was to say that, then I'll be talking about my parents, so no, I don't think there's any problem.
Which isn't necessarily the case. I think people need to change their views in a sense where dating outside your race, because you've been treated bad in the past, you shouldn't date just because of that reason. It should be more than that. It should be because obviously, you know, you feel deeply about the person, you love them, and you love them for who they are. And not just sort of like using them as a sort of like way to sort of, how should I put it, sort of hide your emotions in a sense, to sort of get over, you know, what's happened to you in the past. But in regards to the problem itself, there is quite a bit of a problem. But
can you give us a couple of examples?
Well, prime example, celebrities. For instance, you get a lot of, you know, like black men dating outside their race. I mean, it's not a problem as long as they, you know, they are dating them for the right reasons. So I have no problem with that.
So how do women in general see the black man in today's society?
I think some black guys are hard working, but obviously everybody's different. So obviously everybody's their own individual self. So some people could be hard working and some people could just be laid back. Same with black people and white people. So yeah.
Black women say, oh, if I go for a white man, he would do this, he would treat me nice, he would take me to dinner, he would, you know, treat me like a lady. But saying that, not all black guys do that.
It's more sort of the black guy, they want to provide, they want, like, most of their parents, you know, work hard for them and they want to pay back to their parents. So instead of working hard and thinking in the long run I'll pay them back, they want to pay them back fast, now. And that's obviously how drug culture and easy culture comes in like that. But I don't think it's black men. I just think it's young people in general at the moment.
I just think I have very strong views, but I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to try and be, you know, as polite as possible. I think it's very important that, you know, they carry themselves well and respectively. And I think courtesy and manners these days are very important. Half of the time it is flown out the window, and it is just very sad that people forget to say please and thank you. Also mentality, people, you know, people stereotype and think that majority of them come across as quite aggressive and quite rude, which isn't necessarily the case, because it depends on the individual itself and everyone's different. So, you know, I just think that everyone needs to respect everyone and, you know, come across respectively.
I never used to like a white man until like 2 years ago.
Say something.
I swear, I used to go out with black boys, and now I think it's white. Like, I prefer a white man. I'm not even gonna lie. I prefer a white man to a black man,
Why is that?
because every black man that I've ever met has treated me like.
Black man in general, I love the black man. Think that what's there not to love about black men? Love them.
And how do black men in general see the black woman in today's society?
Do you believe that black women have lower tolerance for like crap? And everyone gives out crap sometimes, you know what I mean? And I think black women have a lower tolerance for that. So I think personally, the reason why, not the primary reason why most black women black women who have turned to white men nowadays is because I think white men have a higher tolerance of basically. That's what I think it is. That's just one of the other reasons. There's many reasons, but that's one of the primary reasons. I think because black women and black men these days, and I don't know what it is, I don't know whether it's in the air or what it is we're seeing on media, TV or whatever it is, we just don't get along like we used to. We just don't get along like we used to, do you understand? So I think that's another reason for the whole interracial thing that's just boomed as well.
I think they're very important. I think they're gorgeous, they're beautiful, and they have a role to play. They just want us as black men to be like them and be faithful. And I think that is the fundamental problem. They do not see us as faithful, they see us all, and it's wrong to paint us all with the same brush, but they see us all as players. And that's the bottom line. And to be fair, I know a lot of black guys, got a lot of mates, and I have to say, a lot of them are players.
Very proud, very boasty, very independent, and very clean.
Oftentimes, black women wear weaves, extensions, fake nails, eyelashes, and a vast amount of makeup. In other words, has that style of beauty become such a big issue for those black men who still prefer the natural look?
Personally, I think that they should just yeah. If you can't deal with the fact that a woman wants to look good and comfortable the way she wants to look comfortable, then you're not a good enough guy. You don't love her then. You don't want to be with her. If you can't accept her for the way that she loves herself, then you're not good enough for her. So no one told you don't have a shape up, keep your hair raggedy. No one told you don't shave your face, keep your face raggedy. So therefore, you can't tell a woman not to put weave in her hair. She wants to put her weave in her hair, let her put a weave in her hair. So I see it.
In recent history, in particular to the slave trade in the Caribbean, it brought about a caste and class system. The lighter skin, straighter hair, softer hair was seen better, more beautiful than the darker skin and the nappier hair, the curly hair. So I think that's where it's all stemming from. It's also something that's been taken on by the media in terms of NTV and what's considered prettier, what's considered more beautiful, what's more attractive. And that's where I think the whole interrelationship is coming from.
It was all within personality. Do you understand? Like, obviously, like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Do you know what I'm saying? So what you might think is beautiful, another person might look at you and think you're a skank. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, it's all about what you feel comfortable within yourself. And I think black women have kind of lost that. I think they have kind of lost that. In general, again, I'm not talking about all black women, because I know a lot of black women and they're not like that. Do you understand? My sisters are prime examples. They don't follow what they see on TV and stuff like that. They just do what they feel is best for themselves, which is why I have to rate my sisters, you understand? But not a lot of black girls are like my sisters, you understand? And again, I think that's another reason why this is all happening, do you understand? But again, I don't see it as a bad thing. I really don't. I don't see it as a bad thing, because at the end of the day, as a black man, as a black woman, as a white man, as a white woman, as long as you're doing what makes you feel happy, then do what you're doing. Even if that means going to the hair shop and buying £20 worth of weave and washing it and putting it out to dry, and do what you're doing. Do what you're doing, because I don't care, do you know what I mean? Just as long as you're happy, it's cool. But I think, basically, the reason why a lot of like black girls and black women are doing these type of things is because TV and media is dictating to them as to what should make them happy. Magazines, especially the magazines they're picking up and reading, and they've lost their way, do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's women in general as well. It's not even just black women. I think that's women in general, do you know what I mean? But because, obviously, the media in this country is designed for white women, a lot of black women have changed themselves up to become more like the white woman. And I think black men find that unattractive. So if you're going to try and be a white woman, I might as well just be with a white woman. I think that's what a lot of black men are doing as well, do you understand? So that's what I think it is.
No, that's definitely not a reason, but also, if the guy only thinks about that kind of thing, it means he's interested in a girl that's makeup, fake, and it's got extension. But a lot of white girls, they go to African hair shop, like I just did now, I want to get hair extensions myself. So a lot of white people, get hair extension. If you think of Only Ways Essex, they promote hair extensions.
I totally agree with them. I'm not into weaves, I'm not into wigs, I'm not into anything fake, bleaching your skin, not into any of that. Why do they do it? Why do black women feel the need to be light-skinned? Now this is a whole different argument about what the white man or the white race ingrained into us way back when. But personally, I think all black women should be natural. My mother, tell you a quick story, my mother over from Jamaica, she's got a wig on at the moment, and we were at home the other day and we had guests coming around and she said, oh, I better put on my wig. I said, no, Mum, you stay natural. They can't deal with you like that, then they're not welcome in my yard. And she stayed natural, and they welcomed her anyway.
I agree, because obvious, we have a beauty nature. I use makeup myself. I like to keep myself, but I think the weaves and all that is more to do with the videos. Everybody want to look like Beyonce and whatever. And if you don't love yourself the way you are, nobody else is going to do it. So please check the weaves and keep natural and beauty.
I think brothers that don't like sisters wearing fake nails and, fake hair, I think it's a good thing, but they have to understand that these particular women are trying to imitate or look like women other than themselves, women from obviously other races. So yeah, it does look a bit, it looks unattractive, and I think the black woman is failing to acknowledge how beautiful she looks in her natural state.
My view is very simple. The black who put on the white accessories, they're just trying to be like white. They are not original, that's it. Just want to be like somebody else, and it's not the best. The Bible says, we are whom God has made us to be. We must not try to copy, but the black, because of the inferiority complex, they want to copy the white and make sure they are like the white. And the white also, they are tired of being white. They want to do something else. They were putting red upon their hair. They want to be red, they want to like colors, but the black want to be like white. That's a problem. And the reason why they want to do that is inferiority complex. They don't like what God has made them to be. They should stop that, I think, in our church. It's not, we preach that people should stay where you are, use what God has given you, don't copy. Remain as you are and enjoy yourself. I'm a black man, I can't do anything to make myself yellow or white because I don't like it. It's not the best for me. I am what God has made me to be. And I think everybody should do that.
Okay. Especially the young boys of today, they have a lot of expectations and standards. And girls want to, you're right, you two, girls want to try and live up to it and be as pretty as they can be, do you know what I mean? And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they do go a bit overboard with the weave and stuff. But I think a lot of black girls are kind of not understanding how beautiful they can be without all of that stuff. So, and because it's there, you know, the Brazilian, the Peruvian weave and all that, I just think they just take advantage of the resources or whatever that's there right now, to be honest. So,
Okay, so today we see many black women with weaves, extensions, long nails, and makeup. What are your views on that? Do you agree with it or do you disagree with it?
I think, yeah, it doesn't matter what colour you are, innit? If you want to look good and you think your hair looks good with your weave, then you look good in it. But, you know, you should always have that friend next to you that will tell you if your lace is not intact or if your tracks are showing and stuff like that. I don't think it's got nothing to do with colour, man. It's about how the way you want to look in it. If you think you look good and your face is orange, by all means, plaster your face in orange. But to be honest, I just think it's about just people in general, nothing to do with colour.
No, we've got lots of different scenarios. The black women, a lot of us are lower down the scale in terms of economic, yeah? Yes, we have a lot of influential black sisters out there who are earning top money, etc., right? But there are a lot of the mothers, they can't afford to be constantly, our hair takes a lot of maintenance, you know? Curly as it is, it takes a lot of maintenance, okay? Not everyone wants to walk around and just plait up the head and pull it out the next morning. Some people can do that, others can't. They feel they have this appearance to be keeping up. Because we live in a Western society, maybe they feel if they've got long hair, they might appeal more to the brothers that are dissing them. My opinion, just my opinion. And then, because they'll say, I've heard one person say to me, oh, they like women because they've got long hair. They like the long-haired women. That's why they go for light-skinned women. The darker-skinned guys go for the light-skinned women. Yeah? And a lot of them will say, well, you know, they can play with the white woman's hair, whatever. To me, that sounds a bit stupid, but that's what they say.
True. Because if you were to see a woman, yeah, with a big afro, no nails or nothing, yeah, they won't get any attention. If you see a woman with a weave down to like a long weave, nails, everything, they get all the attention. So I don't know where it's coming from when men are saying, oh, do you know what, natural was better? Because I don't see that. I don't see that at all.
Well, my views are that it's just additional. And, you know, black people tend to fit themselves in all different areas that they think they see themselves the best, because we always see ourselves proud. So, you know, whatever fits and suits us, actually, we roll with that. Actually, no, I'm a Jamaican and I'm not a gangster.
I don't mind weave, it's nice. If your hair's looking nice and it's on point, then yeah, why not? But obviously, if it's looking disgusting and like, you know, it's bare tracks and that, then yeah, you could be like, okay, but...
What do you think?
What's the problem with it?
I think, yeah, that black women wear weaves. I wouldn't say black women wear makeup so much over in England. I'd say it's more America, they go for the makeup, yeah. But I say the weave kind of comes in to fit in with the Western European ethnicity. Like, we've got straight, long, flowing hair. We haven't got afro. Like, our hair doesn't stay.
Like, trying to say. Yeah, but white people put extensions in their hair.
Yeah, but that's white people that are just selfish and can't accept the fact that they just cut all their hair off.
I've got hair.
Yeah, but white people just cut their hair off and then stick it in.
Yeah, but some black people's got hair as well.
What I think about that, like sometimes, you know, you see we black men who want to go outside, so the women as well want to look nice. They need to dress nice. They need to be attractive to their husband or to their boyfriend, for their boyfriend or to their husband not to go outside. But really, I didn't really see anything bad inside for them making their hair, not even in Western world, even back in Africa today. You see women, you know, they want to look nice. They want to look nice to their boyfriend, to their husband, everything, you know, because me too, if my wife, it doesn't look nice, no, I won't like it. I want my wife to always look proper, to do her hair nicely, to look lovely. In case if we go hard, people can even say your wife is beautiful, you know. So I didn't see it as a bad thing, you know, for any women to make their hair.
I think she's right. People tend to follow trends, you know. It's what we perceive in the media, what the media, you know, expects the average woman to look like, which isn't necessarily the case. which I think personally, it's how you feel inside. If you feel, you know, a certain way and you feel, for example, big and you feel happy within yourself, then so be it. You shouldn't feel pressured. But in regards to the hair extensions, I think it's personal preference really, but I think it's basically complete nonsense for someone just to date them because obviously they wear, for example, a European woman, because obviously she doesn't, there's no use for her to have hair extensions. You can change it.
You can't change about a person, but hair you can change.
It's rubbish, really, because not only black women put weave in their hair, white girls doing it too. It's just that it's more visible on the black girl because they all think that we got afro hair, so what the hell is this now, you know? Yeah. No.
It's just easier for me to maintain.
But you know, I keep hearing a lot of sisters say the same thing. It's easier to maintain. It's easier to maintain. But what, you telling me that you can't wake up in the morning and just brush the afro quickly? Well, but you can just brush it. So.
It lasts that long. I just think it's easier to maintain it. It lasts a lot longer than what Caneway would.
Okay, so have you thought about mixing some olive oil with some coconut oil and etc. to use olive oil?
Yeah, it's good to grease your hair.
With some grease, and then it can make your hair a bit soft, and then you can wake it up and then just comb it and that way. You don't think that's easy?
Yeah, it is easy, but this is easier.
Okay then, so you agree with the same thing, yeah?
No, I just put it in there because I like changing my hair all the time. And it's better than damaging my hair dye all the time.
Damaging your hair dye all the time?
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, you knew from the minute you saw her. That's what attracted you to her. So why, when you get her now and you're in the relationship, that's when you're going to complain about, oh, I don't like you wearing fake hair and fake that. Then you shouldn't have come to me in the first place. Yeah. Do you understand? So get what you want. Don't get in the relationship, then try to change your person. Try to change them for the better, not change them into what you want. Because as I said, companionship, and you have to compromise with your partner. Yeah.
Compromise.
I just want to say, man, they're the best. I mean, the black woman is always the best. We love them all. And I mean, I don't have a reason. Whatever makes them happy, they go for it. Whether being black, white, it shouldn't be about the skin color. It should be whatever they're happy with, you know. But we just want to let them know we are the black men. We got nothing against them. We still love them. And we're always going to love them.
I would say, well, at the end of the day, I love black people because I'm black myself, but I'd like more black people to be more considerate, more social, and more, what's that word? Basically.
Understanding?
Yeah, more understanding, more. It's like, you don't have to talk to someone in a nice way. It's the principle of it. You don't know that person, like, because they said no to giving you your number, you shouldn't like argue or call them bad words or stuff like that. Yeah, that's my message.
To the sisters, well, I would say, if a guy, not a black guy, is, you know, is not after you, but, you know, he's trying to get to know you, just, you know, give him a bit of leeway and let him show you his true character. Then you know, you can judge him then. But instead of, because sometimes some girls have prejudgments of what a guy, you know, what he is and what he looks like. But, you know, you just gotta let him show you what he actually is. Then you can make your judgments. You know what I mean? And yeah.
I agree on that point, that the respect is, but any kind of race, anywhere, there's different types. We should not stereotype particular ethnic background. And I think the individual that is part of that ethnic background should not feel they are stereotyped. They should embrace the individuality with their style and their personality and go out there and make friends.
Yeah, basically, don't tar all black men with the same brush even, and trust us, because we love you, we're there for you, and we want you as much as you want us. So just trust us, we're not all bad.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, man. All the best.
Oh boy, that's a good one. Just love each other.
appreciate your black women, innit? Because, you know, we're all one, so appreciate us, simple. Nothing more to it, that's it. So appreciate.
I agree with her. Just appreciate what you've got, to be honest. So yeah.
I never used to like a white man until like 2 years ago.
Say something.
I swear, I used to go out with black boys, and now I think it's white. Like, I prefer a white man. I'm not even gonna lie. I prefer a white man to a black man
Why is that?
because every black man that I've ever met has treated me like.
Strong message. I don't know. I really don't know. We need to come together as a community. We need each other. At the end of the day, we need each other. Okay? We all come from the same place. It's either the Caribbean or Africa, Africa, the Caribbean, whichever. And we need to gel together as one, not divide us. Because when you're going with the you're diffusing the black race. My opinion again. Some people don't see it that way. You know, they say, well, maybe there'll be no issues with black and white if we're all one color. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, personally, if it's not a Saturday or it's not your day off, get your ass up and go to work. Yeah? Right? Or go to college and do something with your life. And don't give people an excuse to put you down. That's the thing about black people these days. It's like, oh, everyone's racist. Yeah, people might be racist, but don't give them extra excuses to be racist to you. They want to be racist, show them, yeah, I don't care, you can be racist. I'm doing what I need to do in my life. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it, really.
All I want to say to them that keep their culture up and, you know what I mean, look forward and, you know, be outstanding in regard to themselves, them relationship, them family and their friends and, you know, be more polite and more loving because that's all we need, more love in this world. So I guess we black people, we have it, but white people tend to adopt the black principle of us. So it's a pleasure to say whatever my expression and views are, but, you know, just be nice and hold your heads up.
Just to uplift yourself and don't be like sticking to your stereotype. Just like do something different with yourself, and like if you don't like a girl for who she is, don't go with her because it's like you're gonna cause upset and problem trying to tell her what to do. So yeah.
Yeah, I will always say that black is beautiful. I still respect my black women, you know, they are still the beautiful women in the world, you know. So why just now I'm not going against any man they can go for as far as they can find their peace, find their love, whether black, white, brown, anything, as far as they can find their love and their peace is good for them.
First of all, I think a lot of them have got good swag, they've got good banter, they know how to carry themselves well, they're confident, and just manners maybe. Yeah.
Just fix up, innit? Just fix up. I don't know.
You want them to fix up?
Yeah.
Message from my black women is just listen, just be yourselves, innit? Do you know what I mean? Just do what you want to do to make you happy, innit? Don't ever watch anything else like what you see on TV or anything like that, because you gotta understand, yeah, we live in a white country, innit? We're the minority, do you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this like I'm some type of, I'm not racist at all, do you understand? I love people, simple as, but to my black sisters out there, just be yourselves. Just be yourselves and you'll be happy. Everyone will be happy, just be yourself, you understand?
Okay, I think the message that I'd like to give brothers that are in interracial relationships and that feel that they don't find black women attractive, I would just say to them that, you know, there has to be obviously a more open dialogue between those, you know, brothers and sisters in order to find or come to resolutions, or just to change their mindset in terms of, you know, and discuss why it is that they feel that they can't have a relationship with a black sister.
The message I would send is just be who you are, and yeah, and try and be more understanding.
Yeah, you black women right there, outside there, in Uganda, in Africa, my advice to you is to maintain what God has given to you. If you are black, don't try to be white. If you are white, don't try to be black. Use what God has given to you. You've got talents, you've got skills, you've got a lot of good things. I want to tell you, there is no barrier in being black. There is no barrier. There is no limit to be a black person. Black is good. I'm black and I'm proud of it. Every black word, don't change your color. Thank you.
Do positive and positive will come to you. Do negative and negative will come to you. And don't be sitting there telling us about weave when you're coming with your saggy pants. You know, pull up your pants and I'll take out my weave.
No, I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it.
Pull up your trousers. Where is your belt? Like they think of my hair. What's going on? Sorry, the media got me.
Americans wearing hand-me-downs. That's why they had the big pants. But they don't need to do it here. You don't need to do that.
But some brothers say that it's more gangster type. It's like, it's nice, the women like it.
No, why would you want to be a gangster? Women don't like it.
It's not about being a gangster. Gangsters die early. Good boys live.
Yeah, as she said, just choose whoever makes you happy. And if you know that you're gonna choose a person and that's not what you really want, you're only thinking about getting in between her legs and that, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't let the girl, because girls, we're really soft and we're emotional. So once you start showing that love, then we're gonna think that yeah, you mean it. But then behind her back, you're changing and trying to tell your friends that, oh, I don't like her because she has fake hair and she has fake nails and she ain't doing this, she ain't doing that. Because you knew what you were getting yourself into from the moment you started talking to that girl. Whether it was on the street, whether it was in a restaurant or whatever, you knew what type of girl she is from the minute she starts talking.
I would say to the black man that not all black women are the same, because most black guys, they are like, oh, the typical black woman, she's so loud, she's like this, she's like that. So not all black women are the same. So I would say to the black guys that go to look for, you know, they just say the white women are easy to get along with. They don't do, you know, they don't do this, they don't do that. But not all black women are the same. That's what I would like to say. And plus, what's there not to love a black women? Like he said, they have everything.
Well, actually, black women, some of them look for opportunity, yeah, mostly. And above that, they're more interested in black man.
Marriage is very good, but this time around, the reason why I put a lot of black married to white is because of papers. And most of it doesn't work well. After some time, they might like to leave the person and cheat on the person and leave. That's why we have a problem in this country. A lot of single mothers are very numerous there. They were just staying alone, carrying alone, and do things alone. Because of what? The kind of love they thought they have is not love. It's just lost. No real love. You see a lot of homes in this country, you see them with single mother, single father, single this, single that. Divorce is numerous every time because there is no genuine love.
I think they're very important. I think they're gorgeous, they're beautiful, and they have a role to play. They just want us as black men to be like them and be faithful. Trust us, because we love you, we're there for you, and we want you as much as you want us.